Greetings everybody, my name is Tommy the Keyblade Master and welcome to my channel. In the last Star Wars Week video I'm doing, I saved the best game for last, Star Wars Racer's Revenge for the PS2, but I'm playing the downloadable version you can get on the PS3, and it's actually a pretty fun racing game, and it turned out way better than I thought it would be. It's not F-Zero on the GameCube good, but it's still pretty good. Well, let's wrap this week up with Star Wars Racer's Revenge. Alright, the story in this game is probably the dumbest thing I've had to experience all week.
Dumber than Vader founded the Rebel Alliance.
Okay, second dumbest thing I've had to explain all week. Basically, according to the text crawl that this game story does not deserve, Cibola is back and wants to challenge a grown-up but not quite yet Vaderized Anakin Skywalker to a race for revenge. He set up a trap to kill the young Jedi by using pod racing, I guess. Okay, at this point, why would Anakin really care about Cibola? He's a freaking Jedi now. He's got more important things to do than pod racing. Number 2, why would the Jedi even be down with this? And if they were, why the heck wouldn't they be helping him? I mean, you only get to pick as Anakin in this game. He's the only Jedi here. There's no Obi-Wan. There is no Yoda to speak of, as the rest of the cast are merely aliens that got a quick cameo part in Star Wars The Phantom Menace. We saw these guys for maybe a minute or two, and they're in these games over several other main characters. Heck, I would even pick Jar Jar Binks as a playable character at this point because of this lame cast.
Sonny, you would really want to play as Jar Jar Binks?
I mean, why not? Whenever you die in this game, your pod racer gets blown to smithereens. Who better to be playing as than Jar Jar Binks?
Misa Gungingu!
It would be the best game over screen ever. Alright, let's move on to talking about how you play this game. You will start by picking a character. Anakin Skywalker is your default character, and like I've said before, he's the only character from the Star Wars movies, really. But you got another cast of alien characters you can pick from. Now, it's a little bit more complicated than just their basic stats, of course, because there's an actual RPG system in place in this game. The more you use a character, the more you can upgrade their pods, especially if you play them in the tournament mode. When you race in tournament mode, you will unlock credits for each race that you win. These credits are more like EXP in an RPG, and when you go to the shop, you can spend them on upgrades to your pod. And the great thing about this game is that these upgrades are not permanent. If you want to take an upgrade off and move those to another place, you can do it. As long as you have points to upgrade still, you can customize your pod as much as you want, and the more points you have, the more you can customize. It's a really great setup, and I enjoyed it. As far as the courses go, most of them are pretty fun. They're really imaginative. Going through some things like this water stage where you have to go up these stairs is pretty fun. But there are a few stages that are really frustrating. I did not enjoy this jungle planet, and I did not have to enjoy racing it a half a dozen times before I got high enough score in order to beat it. And while the racing gameplay is still pretty much the same as any racers, make turns, try to pass opponents, get into first, the game offers a little bit of strategy. You see, in order to really win, you're going to have to boost. However, when you use your booster, your pod overheats really fast, and when your heat meter fills up, your engines start to take damage, and if your engines take too much damage, your pod blows up. However, if you hit the other shoulder button, your pod will slow down and you will be able to repair and heal your damage. So you're going to have to use a little strategy between when you want to go really fast and when you're going to have to slow it down a little bit and repair your engines, as well as decide what would be an acceptable amount of damage to have on your engines before you really need to worry about them. And that adds in quite a bit of strategy, especially considering how you will get more credits if you take your opponents out. Yeah, you can actually blow up your opponents in this game, but it's just a little bit more than being a little mean to them. Whenever you blow up an opponent, the credits you get at the end of the race will go up, as there's a bounty on these racers that your guy at the shop will pay you for destroying their pods. However, slowing down and wrecking pods will also cost you time as well. So again, strategy plays into it. And it's a really fun concept. Overall, I enjoyed my experience with Star Wars Racer's Revenge. Other than the fact that this game is not in HD, the graphics and the looks in this game hold up really well. The pods all look different, the courses are all unique, and they all look great. The animation is smooth, despite the fact that the fast speed you deal with does cause a little bit of a frame rate problem, but I'm just nitpicking. Like I said, the only thing to complain about is it's not in HD, and yeah, some of the character models do look a little bit dated now, but considering how old this game is, that's really me just nitpicking. I do hope Disney does release a sequel to this game that does offer HD graphics and some online play. Definitely would make this game really, really, really great. There's a lot of really great music in this game, and the only English speaking character in the game does a good job in delivering his lines.
I won it all once. I can do it again.
And yes, I did some checking. It's not the same voice actor that we heard in Revenge of the Sith, hence why he doesn't sound like he's comatose. Other than that, the only other type of voices you hear in this game come from these two announcers, and like any video game of this type, yes, they do grade just a little bit towards the end, but overall, they're not too bad to listen to.
And the sponsors of today's race. We'll track the pack through factories and then up to the planet's surface, where a network of glass tubes protects our race.
I give Star Wars Racer's Revenge a 4 out of 5. Like I said at the beginning of the review, it's not F-Zero on the GameCube by any means, but it's still pretty darn good. Out of all the Star Wars games I played this week, this one was a pleasant surprise. When I first started playing this, my bar for it was really low, and it turned out to be a really, really great game. It's not perfect, it has some of flaws. Some of the courses can be really frustrating, and getting stuck on them can be a major pain in the butt. But for the most part, it's a really fun game and worth checking out. For $10 on the PSN, definitely worth a purchase. Anyways, that's all for Star Wars Week. I got other Star Wars games in my collection that I might review from time to time, but that's all for this week. This is Tommy the Keyblade Master, thanking you for watching. And before you go, please remember to subscribe to my channel for other reviews and editorials I might put out. And again, thank you for watching. This is Tommy the Keyblade Master signing out.